Hey everyone, Natalie Pigeon here with BoomTown Peer Coaching. Real quick, I want to give everybody some inspiration to start their week off. So I often hear on some of the coaching calls that pay-per-click leads are not as lucrative as some of the other lead sources. And although they may not necessarily convert as fast sometimes, they definitely can convert as well. It's just basically boils down to the work that you're putting into them. And so I made a little visual to help talk through this, but it really is about how many times you're calling the lead and how many times you're following up with the lead, and if you're following the system as you should. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So as we see here is an example of two BoomTown paid ad, or I call pay-per-click leads, that came into the same system in the same month. Now, I read somewhere that about 5% of pay-per-click leads actually are ready to go under 90 days. And I have two here that I want to show you that agents actually got them from registration to under contract in less than 30 days. So let's just take a look at what happened. So buyer 1 profile qualification selected, time frame 6+ months, pre-approved, no home to sell. Now what the agent did is on the 7th call attempt, contact was made. And then it took 2 additional follow-up calls, no answer, no message, and on the 10th call, contact was actually made again, an appointment was set. And from there, we have a lead that went from registration to under contract in exactly 19 days. So when we actually look at statistics, this is a statistical example of it takes 6 to 7 call attempts for somebody to pick up. And actually on the 10th call, that's when the appointment was set. And since this lead was already under contract in 19 days, you have to think to yourself, well, this person made 10 calls in basically the first 10 days to convert this lead. Now let's look at buyer profile number 2, qualification selected, time frame 1 to 3 months, pre-approved, has home to sell. Now let's look at what the agent did. The agent on the 5th call attempt made contact and actually set the appointment right away. From the time that happened and 23 days in, they were actually under contract. So common denominator here, let's just look at the pre-qualifications. They both selected pre-approved. Common denominator here, they had attempted to call these leads every single day to get a hold of them. Now, if they were average agents doing average activities, basically you would stop prospecting around 3 to 4 call attempts and you would let the drip do its job. And if you note here, there was email and text engagement going out. These leads chose not to engage with that communication and actually first engaged on phone calls. So if you're average agent and you're thinking the drip is going to do the work for you, it's just not. Call engagement is still the highest form of engagement that gets appointments set. Not to say that other ways don't. I actually set a $700,000 appointment for a lead last year through email. So this is just 2 examples of the work that needs to be done to convert leads. And if you want to find the lowest hanging fruit, that 5% that's ready to go of pay-per-click leads in less than 90 days, you have to do the work. Now, if these agents were average and they were making 2, maybe 3 calls a week, by the time they would have got a hold of the lead would have already been under contract. And so, therefore, I just want to point this out to you guys so that you can see and give you some inspiration that if you're going to actually make phone calls, you might as well follow the process completely. Otherwise, what I often say is you're working to make no money. So I hope this really helps and shines some light on what it takes to convert some of these pay-per-click leads. And you have any questions, again, Natalie Pigeon with BoomTown Peer Coaching, here to serve you guys. Hope you have a great day.